Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a part 2 of planting up my vegetable garden. I want to try to get all of these planted today. I think we will, but first we have the kale dwarf blue, that's go, and then we have a kale Russian red, and then we have some, what is it, gourmet greens mixture. We have some micro greens. Woo. And then we have my favorite Brussels sprouts. Not sure what we're going to be able to get finished today, but I am just so thankful that it is a bright, beautiful, and sunny day. Like, I can hear the birds chirping. There's bees out. Princess Poppy is enjoying this weather. So let's get started. These seeds are really cool. The green mixture seeds have like some tiny little lettuce seeds and then some round seeds. I'm not sure what they are, but the seed mixture looks really cool. And this is where I planted my soybeans. I planted them on the outside of this trellis leg, so I don't want to get too close to this. We're gonna do, oh yeah. Okay, so now we are going to plant the kale, and then we're going to do the red Russian. Okay, so in this bed we're going to do the Brussels sprouts. And in this bed previously I planted, or actually I didn't plant, I had a volunteer Gonfrina seed itself into this spot. It came from one of my flower pots surrounding the shed, and I just let it grow and do its thing, and I have a feeling I'm going to have Gomfrina in this spot for years to come that I'm going to be pulling out because the seed heads are everywhere in this garden bed. And you know, whenever it comes to the seed depth, honestly, I just kind of wing it. I go by how big the seed is. Usually, if the seed is smaller, I plant it less deep, and if the seed is bigger, I plant it obviously a lot more deeper. But yeah, I just kind of go by what feels right, you know? Okay guys, so we're going to do a quick tour of my backyard. These two trees right here are my Mayhaw trees. We have these planted in the ground probably 2 years ago. They are hooked up on drip irrigation, which runs up to the main line of our back fence and then comes down into each one of my trees along the fence line. This right here is my Meyer lemon, and I'm surprised this past frost that we had that it's still green and looking fairly decent. And then if we walk down here, I'll show you guys our peach trees and our 2 apple trees that we have. So here is the main line that is our drip irrigation that waters all of our trees. I just come and hook up the hose to this. Yeah, and it's on it has a little timer right here, and it just self waters. Up here, I usually do some type of flower. I think I've had petunias in here. This time, I think it was vincas. And then here is our peach trees. They're looking pretty bare, but it's gotten very tall. We just planted it in this spring. It was probably about this tall when we planted it in spring, and it has gotten so much growth on it. I planted below it some flowers that are obviously dead, but this one is called Peach Florida Dawn. And then if we turn over here, obviously this is dead. This is also a peach tree that we planted at the same time. My kids have run over it probably about 2 times with their little 4-wheelers and have completely uprooted this tree. So it's been on the struggle bus since we originally planted it. So I'm probably gonna have to replace it this spring. But this one is sad because I was super excited about this one. It is called the Peach Stark Donut. And then we're gonna go down a little bit further and come, oh, here's another one of my little flower pots that I have hanging up here. We'll go down and look at our apple trees. So this, guys, is my apple tree. We planted this one about 2 springs ago. It's been kind of on the struggle bus a little bit. It hasn't really put on too much growth, but we're gonna leave it in the ground and see how it does. And then this one is our second apple tree, which is also kind of on the struggle bus. This one is Golden Dorset. We planted this one about 3 springs ago, and we've actually gotten a couple apples off this tree. I'll insert a video of my kids eating the apples off this tree. It's super cute. And then this is my huge pink bougainvillea. She's gotten a little out of control. I usually come in here early in this in the year and limb her up a bit. I want her to kind of start trailing off this way and off this way. But whenever she's in her full glory, she is absolutely gorgeous. She's completely loaded and the prettiest pink little flowers ever. And honestly, I don't do anything with her. She's not hooked up to drip. I give her no supplemental water. She just gets, you know, what God creates, rain. And that's pretty much it. I will every once in a while throw some fertilizer on her base to give her a little bit of a boost, but other than that, she's self-sufficient. There's not much I have to do for her besides trim her up, and she's amazing. I love her. Okay, so first let's start in this bed. This is one of my larger beds. For the summer, I had loofah planted and okra. It's very tall, it's all dead, it needs to be cleaned up, but that's for another video. Then over here we have my potted plant, which needs to be repainted. It's looking very rough, but I usually just plant some of my vincas, any kind of flowers that I decide to plant. We are just gonna go ahead and skip over this one because it's dead. Then over here in this bed, we have some of my winter crop that I think I sowed these seeds probably end of December, beginning of January. So we have some of my broccoli, which I've harvested big heads off of already. And then flopping over the broccoli is my bolted bok choy, which the honeybees are just loving right now. So I don't have the heart to pull them. It is the only thing that is flowered in our area. Everything is pretty much dead, so I'm gonna let these little guys enjoy my bok choy flowers. Then moving along, we have my, which you can't even see, but I have my mustard greens in this row, which I harvested already, so they're gone. We have some collard greens in this row, which Poppy loves her collard greens. Then over here in this, we have, what is it called? Kumusatra. Let me see, let me get the tag. It is Komosuno. These seeds are from Baker Creek. It's my first time to plant these, and I honestly haven't even harvested them yet. I need to. And then hidden in here is a little row of my celery, which it's not growing too fast, but just need to give it some time. And then right here is a row of my Swiss chard, which the freeze, it looks like it kind of maybe killed a lot of them already. And I have these little black panel fencing here to try to keep the bunny out of my garden. I don't mind if she goes in there and eats, you know, as much as she wants, but whenever I plant seed, I don't want her to get in the beds and start digging and moving my seeds around. Then in this bed, we have a dead vinca on both corners. We have a sweet pea. I think it is called Purple King Tut. I want to say it is from, the seeds are from the Baker Creek. And then planted below that, I put in a little square my spinaches all underneath my trellises of sweet peas. But I just recently harvested these, so they're kind of small still. And then in this bed, we have my green onions, bunching green onions, another dead vinca. We have some more of my asparagus that I'm growing, and then planted in this bed along the perimeter, I planted some lettuce seeds before we had our first frost, and I already harvested that. We have some rosemary, and then I have my sweet alyssum, which is looking kind of rough, but she'll bounce back. And then this bed is what we planted the other day. What did we plant in here? Oh, I think it was broccoli and dock sorrel. So all here we just planted the other day. And then in this long bed, we planted also the other day my carrots. I went ahead and planted some soybeans underneath this trellis. And then there is my other little patch of asparagus. And then in this bed, it is free and open. That big patch is fennel. I need to come out here and pull some of this out and trim it up. But I don't eat fennel. I don't like fennel. The only reason why we grow it is for the swallowtail butterflies. They little host plant for them, but this is enough fennel for a lifetime for them, so we need to go and trim that out. Open spot, 2 dead vincas. There is Princess Poppy hopping around, enjoying life. And then this is my raspberry patch and blackberry patch. So right now it's not looking like anything, but come spring, she will bounce back and she will look glorious. Please don't be eating my blackberries. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Get out of my blackberries, please. Ignore all this going on. We need to come out here and clean up. But this right here is my strawberry patch. Usually plant strawberries in these little, I have 2 of them, in these little stand-up garden beds. And in this one, I have cabbage. And she is looking okay, I guess. kind of small, nothing really too much going on there. I have my 2 rain barrels. This garden bed is empty. I usually do just a whole row of flowers in this one in the summer, just to attract some of my pollinators. I think I'm going to do it a little bit different this year though. Some of you might be thinking, it's the end of January, why am I just now planting some of my winter seeds? But here, I mean, I planted my winter seeds at the end of December, but even in December, we were having high temperatures that could have been up to, like, 75 to 80, even in December. So we don't really have the best chance or opportunity to plant winter seeds here. So I just kind of, I mean, it's kind of a hit or miss every single week. One week it could be, down to the 20s and 30s. And in that same week, it could go up to 70. So I just kind of plant my seeds. If they grow, they grow. That's awesome. Even if I get one harvest from them, that's amazing. But I'm still going to put my seeds in the ground. And then right here we have artichoke. It's my first time planting that. I didn't really think this through when I planted it. I don't know how long this is going to take to harvest. This is another one of my strawberry patches for the summer. So I might move that artichoke come spring. And then I'm thinking about moving the milkweed probably in this bed, or maybe with the fennel, to have that our butterfly garden bed. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then that is our trellis leading into the garden. I really, really want to find and get my hands on some climbing roses, preferably Eden pink, like a light pink climbing rose. I want to put one here, and then I want to put one on the other side, so I have a huge trellis of Eden climbing roses. I think that would just be the most beautiful thing in the world to me. And then over here, which again, I need to get in this garden and clean up, but right now my focus is just getting some seeds in the ground, so maybe we can get a harvest or two. But this is where I plant my my cherry tomatoes. Obviously they were bright green. They had tons of tomatoes on them, just like maybe 4 weeks ago. So this past frost that we had, it took them out. Okay guys, so that is it for this quick little garden tour and a little planting for my vegetable garden. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you stay tuned. Bye.